Hi, Facebook friend. This is Robert coming to you again. I'm sorry I was on just a minute ago. This is my 30-day challenge, and I am here day 10. We're talking about how to change your life. How to change your life. This mini series I just started a couple nights ago. We're just going to jump right into it again tonight and just talk some more about how to change your life. Now, this is part 3. Part 3. We're going to talk about part 3. But just a quick review. A couple nights ago we started it, and we said, the first thing you have to do when you're going to change your life, you got to get serious. You got to get serious about it. All right, so that's the first step. We talk about that. We talk about how important it is to you, for you to get serious with changing your life. Now, yesterday or last night we talked about this part 2. Part 2 was commit to change. Commit to change. Again, if you want to change in your life, you got to commit to change. We talk about how if nothing will change for you unless or until you change. So you have to commit to change. We talked about that yesterday. We're not going to do a review. I'm not going to do a review on these things here. I'm trying to get some light here. Get into the light. Get some more light here. We're not going to talk about these things. Let me see if we can go closer to the light here. Okay. So, we're just going to get right into talking about part 3. Now, part 3 is get smart. Get smart. Now, what do I mean by get smart? I guess you could call the subtitle to get smart is never miss an opportunity to learn. Never miss the opportunity or opportunities to learn. Never. Always be in a constant state of learning. It's very important. So we're just gonna get right into it and talk more about that right now. Now, tonight might not be as long as last night was, which is kind of good because I was trying to keep these videos to a minimum, not a minimum, but to a reasonable length of time. I don't really want to make them too long, these videos to be too long. So, anyways, that's just a personal note there. Didn't have to share that with you guys, but I did. Anyways, so the first thing is, don't be lazy in learning. Don't be lazy in learning. You know, one of these things, you can't be lazy. You have to be constantly learning. Okay? So don't be lazy in learning. You know, when it comes to reading books and stuff like that, I think with this, there's another 30 day. For 30 days, you'll read for 30 minutes, a minimum of 30 minutes, and then listen to or watch a motivational, inspirational videos for 30 minutes. And you do that for 30 days. We call it the 30, 30, 30. For 30 days, you read for 30 minutes and you listen to something for 30 minutes. 30, 30, 30. You see how your life can change from that. So second, so don't be lazy in learning. Don't be casual in learning. Don't be casual about it. Be determined. Be purposeful in learning. Develop a whole new intensity for learning. Develop a whole new intensity for learning. Learn from your own experiences. Learn from your own experiences. Learn to learn from your own experiences. You know, one way to do that is always reflect. Always reflect, like on the day, or on the week, on the month, or on the year. Reflect back and see how the day went, or how the week went, or how the month went, or how the year went, and what you can can learn from that. The mistakes you made, the little successes you had throughout a day or a week or a month or even a year, and learn from both your successes and also from your mistakes. So important. So you learn from your own personal experience, and also learn from the experience of others. Learn from one of the best way to do that is to read biography books. Read biography books. That's one, learning from the experience of others. Learning is the beginning of life change. Learning is the beginning of life change. And that's what we're here talking about. Changing your life. And learning is the beginning of a life change. Learning is the beginning of wealth. Learning is the beginning of wealth. You want to get, who doesn't want to get wealth? Get wealthy. If you sign up a crowd of people and said, who want to get wealthy, get rich, and some people don't put their hand up because I don't want to get wealthy, and I don't want to be rich. Well, you know what? They'll lie about other things too. So don't miss the training classes and the seminars. Don't miss the training classes and the seminars. Go to those training classes and the seminars. Dedicate yourself to a new level of learning. Dedicate yourself to a new level of learning. Study, learn, grow, develop. Never let it be said that you didn't learn. And I said this at the beginning, before you start at the beginning. It said, never stop learning. Never stop learning. If you want to solve your problems, you have to learn. If you want to solve your problems, you have to learn. I think it was Albert Einstein that says you cannot solve a problem with the same level of consciousness that created it. You cannot solve a problem with the same level of consciousness that created it. That means if you have a problem and you want to solve that problem, you have to go to a higher level of consciousness to solve that problem. And so learning is the way to do that. Learn. Never if you want to take advantage of an opportunity, listen to this, guys. If you want to take advantage of an opportunity, you got to learn. Develop your own personal philosophy. Develop your own personal philosophy here. Philosophy is a major determining factor of how your life will turn out. Each person's personal philosophy is like the set of a sail. The same wind blows on us all, and the difference in where we end up in a week, in a month, in a year is not the wind that blows, and the wind is blowing around the world, but each person's own personal philosophy that set a better sail. So what that is saying is, the determining factor of how your life turned out is the sail that you set to catch the wind. And the sail is how you learn. And the sail is your attitude. We talk about that too. I don't want to get into that too much deeper. I think that's going to be one of the steps here, one of the parts, either part 4 or part 5. Your attitude. So to change your life, you have to change your attitude. We'll talk about that too. Either in part 4 or part 5. We'll talk about the attitude. Okay, don't wish it was easier. Wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems. Wish for more skills. That's the reason for learning, taking notes, rolling up your sleeves, going to work, and commit yourself to learning so you can get smarter for the days ahead. I'll read again. That's the reason for learning, taking notes, rolling up your sleeves, and going to work, and commit yourself to learning so that you can get smarter for the days ahead. Develop your own philosophy. Get your business philosophy going. Get your financial planning going. Don't violate the conclusion of your own personal philosophy by not executing and taking action. That's what journals are for. That's what pads and pens are for. That's what taking notes are for, to see if you can increase your ability to comprehend ideas and information that can be life transforming. That's what we take notes. That's what a lot of these things I'm sharing with you is some of it is my own personal notes that I take from listening to men like Jim Rohn and Les Brown and others. And some of these things are things that I wrote down word for word what they said. Sometimes I like to say this is a quote from from so and so. But sometimes I wrote down word for word what they says as I'm taking notes. And sometimes I put the note in my own words. And so these are notes that my own personal note that I'm reading back to you. In 5 years, you will be the same person you are today, except for two things. 1, the people you meet, and 2, the books you read. I'll say that again. I'll say it this way. In a year, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, you're going to be the same person you are today, except for these two determining factors. 1, it's the people you meet and hang around and consider you to be your friends. And 2, it's the type of books you read. Because you can say books you read, but you have to be more specific than that. It's a type of books you read. Because a lot of people do a lot of reading, but they read novels and they read books that doesn't really help them. So it's the type of books you read, that the determining factor. And if you're going to be a different person a year from now, 5 years from now, or 10 years from now, it's the type of books you read that's going to be the determining factor. Now, I'm going to finish this lesson off by asking you 3 questions. Now, these are not questions for me to know the answer to. These are questions for you to know the answer to, for your own personal life. These are thought-provoking questions for you to ponder, questions for you to reflect upon, question for you, if you don't like the answer, for you to do something about it. So if you're going to ask you the question, if you don't like the answer today, is you're going to have to say, okay, if I don't like the answer to these questions, how can I change? So next time I'm asked these questions, I can give a more favorable answer that I like. So in conclusion, these are 3 questions I want to ask you. And again, these are questions, and keep the answer to yourself. You don't have to tell me or tell anybody the answer to these questions. But these questions go hand in hand with what I just finished saying about learning, getting smarter. That's what part 3 is about. Okay, first question. How many books have you read in the past 12 months to improve yourself, your business, or your position in the marketplace? I'll read the question again. How many books have you read in the past 12 months to improve yourself, your business, and your position in the marketplace? So think about that. If you don't like the answer, do something about it. Question number 2. How many coaches and mentors have you worked with in the past 12 months? We're going to talk about one of the part, probably part 6 or part one of the parts we're going to talk about. We're going to specifically talk about coaches and mentors, and the important, if you want to change your life, you got to have some kind of coach or mentor to help you in your life. We'll talk about that when we get to it. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Talk more about that. So the second question number 2. How many coaches and mentors have you worked with in the past 12 months? Question number 3. How many seminars, conferences, and networking events have you attended in the past 12 months? And we can also say the webinars. We can also include webinars, because it's the same as seminars, webinars. So how many seminars or webinars or conferences or networking events have you attended in the past 12 months? Again, these are questions for you just to reflect on your own, and ponder in your heart and in your mind. If you don't like the answer to these questions, you do something about it. It's up to you to do something about it. So that's going to be it for tonight, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. If you're watching the replay, because I realize it's late and a lot of people is in bed, but for my time, it's only it's after 1 o'clock. After 1 o'clock a.m. So a lot of you guys going to see this replay in the morning, later on in the day. So again, if this is the first time watching my video, just click a 1. If it's the second time, click a 2, please. Also ask you to please share and just like the video, because I like to go back and see how much people like my video or share my video, and it does my heart good to see people actually liking and sharing the video. It's your way of giving me feedback, right? Just give me some kind of feedback, and as I said before, any feedback is better than no feedback. So when I see people liking and sharing the video, that pleases me, and that I kind of put a smile on my face. So if you want to put a smile on my face, just like the video and share it. Let me know you're watching. That's all I ask. Okay? That's all I ask you please to do. Just like and share. Or if you don't want to share, just at least like the video, please. Yeah, and share. So tune in again tomorrow. We're going to talk more about how to change your life. Tomorrow we're going to talk about part 4. I'm not going to tell what part 4 is going to be. I've kind of given you some hints on future parts. Like we're going to talk about the attitude, and we're going to talk more about having a mentor and a coach. So those are going to be one of the parts. So it's going to be at least tomorrow is going to be part 4. So it's going to be at least a 6-part series, because we're going to talk about those 2 attitudes. So tomorrow, I'm not going to tell you what we're going to talk about tomorrow yet, until tomorrow. So, but until then, you guys have a blessed day or blessed night if you're watching this at night, or whenever time you're watching it. Be blessed. God bless you. I love you. Peace.